Yeah, I think so far this week has been good. There's been, a combination of, fun events and great hospitality by the Orange Bowl. And I think, so far we've enjoyed our time, but also taken a level of seriousness, to this week. Obviously we're playing for a championship. It's not just a common bowl game. So I think, the team is serious. And so far this week, we've had a good week of practice.
Our next question for Max Goldwasser. Go ahead, Max. Max, unmute your line if you're ready.
There, figured it out. Okay, yeah, this one's for Cade. So you talk about competing eventually for a national championship. The last quarterback to do that with Michigan was none other than Tom Brady. Have you spoken to him at all? And if so, what's he telling you?
I haven't spoken to him quite recently. I spoke to him when I did, the shoot for the Brady brand. But other than that, I haven't spoken to him.
The next question for Lainey Higgins. Go ahead, Lainey.
Hey there, guys. Thanks for doing this. I had a question just kind of about how this matchup is going to shake out. Because obviously, Georgia's defense has been heralded as one of the best in the nation. But at the same time, you guys are going to be playing behind an offensive line that just won the Joe Moore Award. So I was wondering if you could kind of walk me through how you think your offense matches up against, the front seven and the secondary that you'll be facing on Friday.
Yeah, we're well aware that, that they're, especially their front in their boxes, very talented, but I think, the heart and soul of our offense is our O-line. And I think if anyone's in the country is going to block them, it's going to be our dudes. So, I think we size up well to them. And I think, obviously it'll be a good challenge, but, we're looking forward to it.
Your next question for Jennifer Hammond. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Hi, I am unmuted. Can you both hear me, Hassan and Cade?
Yeah, we can.
Hello, Jennifer Hammond, Fox 2 Detroit. I'm going to ask this question, and I would like each of you both to answer it. And Hassan, we can start with you. Just give me a sense of some of the things you guys have been doing down here and what it means for team building and bonding. I know that we've heard a lot this season about this being a very close-knit team. Tell me what it's been like just to be down here together and working towards this goal on Friday. And then also a follow-up that I'm going to ask before we even get to that. Can you also just talk to me a little bit about the emotions of your coach and what he's been saying to you? So if you can just start with the team building. Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's just a blessing to be down here, with the team and this great weather out here in Florida. And we just did like different events, like Kay said earlier, like, we just did team bonding. Like we went to the beach one day and we just did different events like that, so they're definitely bringing the team closer and just bonding, so that's pretty much it. And the second question, what was your second question again?
Yeah. My second question, sorry, they muted me. The second question was about coach and what his demeanor has been like and how he has kind of approached the week with you guys. Is he asking you to enjoy the ride and enjoy it? And also I would love Cade to follow up on both questions too. Thank you.
Yeah, his demeanor been the same. We still got a game to play. So, we still got to take things serious, but try to enjoy our time when we can. But when we need to lock in, we need to lock in. So that's pretty much his demeanor, and so.
As far as the team and its bonding so far, I think as you mentioned, this team is a super close-knit team. We really enjoy being with each other, and I think this week has done nothing but help us grow in that fashion. We've as H2 mentioned, that we've done a lot of events. We've spent a lot of time, whether that was the beach or in the game room, and I think truly these dudes really enjoy being around each other. And I think as we're coming up to the last month of our season, we're trying to make the most out of those moments because obviously this team will never be the same after this. And as far as Coach Harbaugh, same as what H2 said, he's been exactly the same. His demeanor has been serious, and we're taking a level of we're taking preparation at the highest extent. So I appreciate that from him.
Okay, next question's from John Neo. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Hassan, I was asking some of your teammates this the other day, but if you could pick one highlight of yours this season to show to an NFL GM, what would it be and why? And then, Cade, I guess since you've sort of had the best seat in the house watching him run, do you have a favorite from this season?
I mean, it's so many plays, It's, I don't, let me see. It's so many that I can pick from, but probably one of mine from this season is probably let me see, probably just the whole O State game. That was a so real moment, and it was a fun moment, So that probably that whole game, to be honest, So that's probably my pick.
Yeah, I think H2 has set some huge plays for us as a team. His contribution to this team is so big, and especially this offense. And I mean, to narrow it down to one play, it's pretty tough. But one that sticks out in my mind is his hurdle against Nebraska. I thought that was pretty sick.
Our next question for Tim Reynolds. Go ahead, Tim.
Good morning, guys. Tim Reynolds with the Associated Press here in Miami. My question's for Hassan. You guys have probably noticed that it's a little warm down here, a little humid down here. How much have coaches been talking to you about hydration and kind of going back to almost like training camp kind of mentality on that front with it, because it's going to be the warmest game you guys have played in a while?
Hey, most definitely. You tell us stay hydrated. Drink water, and we just during practice we just get in that. Just try to get used to the weather and the humid and all that and things like that. So we just he keep telling us that drinking water and stuff like that. So we definitely been doing that, and we getting used to the humid and the heat. So.
Okay, this is Anthony Dasher, UJSports.com. I was just curious during the Brady Brand photo shoot, did you get a chance to meet George Pickens? And if so, did y'all talk much about this ball game?
Did I have the chance to meet who?
Yeah, George Pickens for Georgia at the Brady Brand photo shoot.
Oh no, I didn't meet him.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next question for Michael Cohen. Go ahead, Michael.
Hey guys, I was just wondering, did Dax Hill travel down with the team for this game?
But it's not our job to comment on other players, so we'll let Coach Harbaugh answer that question.
And next question's from Zach Shaw. Go ahead, Zach.
Hassan, obviously the Georgia front seven's been talked about a lot. I'm curious, someone who kind of embraces contact, runs the way that you do. Are you excited for this matchup to see kind of what you've got, and I guess your thoughts on what it'll look like in the trenches there?
Hey, most definitely. We know they got a good front seven, but we got a good online, So it's gonna be a fun physical game, and I like them type of games, So it's gonna determine who want the game the most, So we're gonna see on Friday.
And next question's from Casey Jones. Go ahead, Casey.
Thanks, guys. Casey Jones, Wood TV in Grand Rapids, Michigan. My question is for both of you too, Cade and Hassan. Obviously, we know the phrase "those who stay will be champions," and it applies to both of you. Can you just tell us what it means to your game and your time at Michigan personally? What those words mean to you?
I think, for me, it just takes me back to the place I was my freshman year when I first enrolled here. I was a red shirt. I didn't see any playing time. I felt like this team was in a much different place, especially, with, honestly, the connection between the guys, the culture. I think it was just, a different vibe in Schembeckler Hall. And I think, I mean, obviously we won some games in 2019, but we didn't, win a Big Ten championship or beat Ohio State. And I think, when I think of those who say will be champions, I just think of how far, this program has come in the last 2 years, especially following last season, what a disappointment that was. And, it feels good that, we can say that phrase with confidence now.
Yeah, on my half, yeah, just his freshman year, just moving to linebacker and then coming back to running back, my journey been a little different, So the culture on this team definitely changed, and I'm loving it, So everybody's just been buying in, coaches, players, and we just all coming together, And it's the energy is top tier, so.
All right, we're going to take 2 more questions here. Next one's for David Hale. Go ahead, David.
Hey, Cade, I'm curious, you have a sort of a unique throwing motion. How did that develop? And have you had coaches like along the way try to tweak how you deliver the ball or kind of make you into more of a traditional thrower? Why does it work for you? And how does that sort of come about for you?
I mean, I began throwing the baseball when I was younger, and then in 6th grade I decided to play quarterback. I've been training with Jordan Palmer since 7th grade, and he hasn't. Obviously, we're always working on something, but I wouldn't say, I have a very odd throwing motion. But all we do is try and get better, and I think, however that looks, I don't think there's really a patent on how you're supposed to throw a football. I think, a lot of dudes, have different motions that work for them and their body types. And I think, mine is I'm able to change my arm angle. I'm able to, I'm not maybe the tallest quarterback, but I can, find windows to make throws. And, I'm confident in my ability to throw a football. And, obviously I want to do is get better at it. But I think, my throwing motion is just, it's evolved, and I'm doing the best I can to make it as efficient as possible.
All right, last question here for Bob Wojnowski. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, for Cade and also Hassan, if you could answer it too. You both have sort of mentioned the culture change and how different it is just in the last couple of years. Was there something or someone that sparked that change initially?
Honestly, I really think it was the players. The leaders on this team had enough, and we knew that something had to change following last season, that we had to be different. We had to change the way we were doing things, whether we thought, that we were too cool or whatever the reasons were. I just felt like there were some issues on the team that we had to handle, and we had to come together. And I really think, it's been mentioned that this team is really player driven, and I think that's true, that the guys on this team care about what this team looks like, how this team carries itself, and the combination of the change that Coach Harbaugh wanted to make. I think it has created a result and a really great culture that we have here.
Yeah, to add that, like Kay said, the team is pretty much player driven, and the coaches buy in with that, So the coach has just been great, and Kay pretty much explained it all.